Growing up with fetal alcohol syndrome, when I was young, I displayed a lot of uncommon behaviors and always felt different from the other kids. One day, my sister came across some FASD pamphlets. These describe me to a T. My sister shared these with my mother and I. Right then, we knew this was me. My mom brought me to get assessment completed, and the result was diagnosis of fetal alcohol syndrome. School was very challenging for me because of fetal alcohol syndrome. Learning in class was very difficult, and I had very poor memory and often could not understand the question. Most classrooms have a large number of students with only one teacher. This really does not allow for much one-on-one time. I found myself not asking for help when I should have. Instead, I just didn't do the work. I found myself not asking for help when I should have. Instead, I just didn't do the work. I didn't ask for help because I didn't want to be singled out and judged by my classmates. So I haven't always been in learning disability classes my whole life. And so, most times when a teacher was done giving her lesson plan, she'd say, "Okay, class, did you get that?" And I would say, "Yes, I did." And most times she would say, "Okay, Blair, did you get that?" And I would say, "Yes, I did." And she'd be like, "Are you sure you don't need any help?" I'm like, "No, I'm fine." But really, I didn't understand one word she just said. But there was no way I was going to raise my hand up and say I didn't get that and be singled out by my classmates as the dumb one, so to speak, right? Problem solving. Even though I had many difficulties in school, I was always passed on to the next grade. This was very challenging because how was I supposed to learn new information when I didn't understand from the previous years? As an adult, I know it's not the right way to deal with problems. Before you move on, you must face the problem head on and do your best to solve it. Look at the problem. Is it really a problem? Next time you're facing a problem, take a second and think about it. Ask yourself, is it really a problem, or am I just making it worse than it actually is? With fetal alcohol syndrome, I often catch my brain arguing with itself. I often end up realizing the problem wasn't actually worth the stress. So for me, and maybe you guys do it too, I take something that's doing this, not even a thought in my head, and I'll turn it into this, and I'll turn it into the world's biggest problem. And I don't know where that thought came from. It just kind of came out of nowhere. And so I'll be arguing with my brain for a good couple hours about it. And so I have to talk to my brain and be like, "Okay, brain, well, you're stressed out. Why are you stressed out?" And my brain would be like, "I don't know why I'm stressed out. I'm just stressed out, right?" And so I'd be like, "Okay, brain, why don't you just calm down and chill?" And you think that would make it better, but no, it actually makes it worse. So, after a few hours, this problem actually goes away after a while because it wasn't really stress to begin with. And so you have to ask yourself, is this problem going to matter 10 years from now? Is this problem going to matter even 4 hours from now? Or are you just turning a molehill into a mountain? People still use that expression, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's old people use that expression. Okay, so I like to think of life as like a maze. And we start off this maze and we're like, "This is easy, I can get through this, I can get through life." And then, when we get to the middle of the maze, we get a little bit lost, we don't know which direction to go. There's so many different directions to go. And hopefully that's when we find some good friends, a good family in the middle of the maze to help us get our roadblocks and do our best to get to the finish line. Talking makes you thirsty. Asking for help. Sometimes we're overwhelmed and unable to solve a problem on our own. Problems can develop from school, work, family relationships, money. It's normal for everyone with fetal alcohol syndrome not to have these problems. Problem-solving skills are often a challenge with fetal alcohol syndrome. It's difficult asking for help, but very necessary. Everybody needs help, so don't be ashamed to ask for it. So, I love helping people a lot. And it brings great joy to my life to know I bring great joy to other people's lives just by helping them. And it only takes like 5 minutes on your day to help somebody, stranger or not. Because when you're sitting there and you're all stressed out and frustrated, and you come by and help them, and then they're way more happier than they were 5 minutes ago. And so, yeah, okay. So it's all about gratitude. And, even if it's just a few good words like "have a good day," "nice job," even just a smile on your face, smiles can go a long ways. And my guys at work, we could be having the most horrible day ever, and at the end, I'd say, good job, guys, way to go. And you see the smiles like on their faces.